Hey guys, welcome back to Analytics with Priyam. So in this video, I'm going to teach you about how we can implement the deployment pipelines in Microsoft Fabric. So basically, we are having three stages: development, UAT, and production. So all the items we are creating development workspace. So we are going to create the items in our development workspace, just like we are going to create a notebooks, we are going to create a data flows, we are going to create a Power BI report, we are going to create a semantic model, and all these items should be moved to the test workspace as well as the production workspace. So as per the company standards, we are going to follow the deployment pipelines. Okay, and in deployment pipelines, we are going to assign all these workspaces. Basically, we are going to assign the uh, development workspace, we are going to assign a UAT workspace, as well as we are going to assign the production workspace. So we are going to create a automation process in which we are going to copy all these items from development to UAT and from UAT to production. So with the help of a deployment pipeline, we can achieve this. Okay, so step by step I will teach you how we can do this. So please stay connected to this video. So guys, let's back to screen. So let me log into Fabric account. Let me go here and log into our Fabric account. And now you can see we are having different workspaces. Okay, so for to the development one, we are going to use any of these workspace. So we have to create two workspaces. The first one is UAT. Okay, let me assign it to Fabric trial. And now let me add one more workspace, that is production. So our two workspaces has been created, production and UAT. Okay, so for to the development one, we are going to use any of these workspace. Let me click on any of the, let me choose this cyber security. Okay, so let me see what's inside it. So you can see we are having a data flows, lakehouse and the report, as well as semantic model, as well as the data pipeline. So last update, it is showing error run. Okay, it has failed to run. So we have to copy all these items into our UAT workspace as well as into our production workspace. So let me go to our UAT workspace and show you we don't have anything in our UAT workspace. And let me go to production workspace. We don't have anything into our production workspace. Now let me create a deployment pipeline. So here you will get the option of creating a deployment pipeline. Let's click here, and here you can see we are getting the option of creating a new pipeline. We have to click on here, and let me name it as test. I'm going to name it as a test. Now click on next. So here you can delete the stages. So basically it is showing as development, test and production. So you can add more stages or you can delete the existing one. Okay, so I'm going to keep all these three, and let me click on create and continue. So here you have to assign the workspaces. Also you can change the name of the uh, these stages. So it is showing as development, so you can name it according to your workspace name. So my workspace name was cyber security. So I've named it as cyber security, and for to the test one, I was having the name as UAT. And let me save it. For to the production, I'm having the same. Now you have to assign the workspaces. So here I'm going to click here and select our workspace and assign this workspace to it. Now here you can see the rocket icon. Okay, so here now we have to go to UAT workspace, and here we have to assign our UAT workspace. Click on here, As you will assign the UAT workspace, then you can see it is showing a cross icon. So basically it is showing a cross icon because these two are not in sync. That is why it is showing as cross icon. And here we are going to assign it as a production one. This one, let me assign it. So here you can see it is showing as tick mark. It is because UAT and production both are in sync. They don't have any of the existing items into their workspace. That is why it is showing as tick. Now what we have to do, we have to select our UAT workspace, and here you can see we are having these many items in our cyber security workspace. So let me click on here, whatever the items you want to move, you can click here. I want all these items to be deployed to our UAT workspace. Let me click on deploy, and here you will get the option of adding a node. You can add the node. Okay, let me deploy it. So here you will see it is copying the internal content from this workspace to UAT workspace. So let's wait until it's deploy all the things. So basically you can see our deployment has been successful, and it has copied all the items from our cyber security workspace to our UAT workspace. So basically tick mark shows that both of these two workspaces are in sync. Both are having the same content. Okay, now here you can see it is still having a cross icon because now these two are not in sync. So what we have to do, we have to select here and we have to copy all the items which we need. Let me copy these and let me click on deploy. So let's wait until it's deploying. Okay, so now you can see both are in sync now. So deployment has been successful. Okay, now let me go to our production as well as the UAT workspace and see whether we got all our items from cybersecurity workspace to this UAT workspace. So you can see we got all our items here, and let me open our lakehouse. So in lakehouse you can't see any of the tables. So basically it is because our data flow is holding all the tables. You can see all the tables are there in our data flow, but the data destination is not set to our lake house. Okay, so this we have to do manually. Here we have to add one by one the data destination to our lake house. So this activity you have to do manually. Here you can see it will be still pointing to the older workspace. So you can see it is pointing to cybersecurity workspace. Now you have to change it to UAT workspace, and here you have to select the lake house. This one is our lake house, and you can change the name. Click on next. It will save the settings. So for all the tables we have to do like this. We have to save the settings, and we have to publish this, save, close and run. Okay, so like this you have to do for all the tables present here. Now let me go to other one. Let's see whether. Okay, so also it has created a data pipeline. Let me see what is inside the data pipeline. Okay, so you can see it has copied the data flow and the semantic model for to the schedule refresh, as it was earlier in our cybersecurity pipeline in development. Okay, now let me see the other one. Okay, because we have seen, let me see the semantic model. So you can see it has created the existing semantic model as it was there in our older one. Let me open it. Okay, so you can see it has created the same semantic model. And now let me go and check our production workspace. In production workspace also you can see it has copied all the items from test to production. Okay, now here let me check whether we got everything or not. First let me check the semantic model. Okay, so basically the same semantic model is showing here. And all the items it has copied from our uh, development to test and from test to production. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.